You can't make a video about a Dexa scan and a body fat percentage and does calories in and out work and not think that I'm going to watch it. Coach Greg, and today Allie's going to dance behind while I do a review of Jujimufu's new video where they went and did a Dexa scan and apparently he's like the leanest human ever, or so we think. Is he in fact leaner than his friend Juju and Tom? Tom, is he leaner than Juju? Is Juju leaner than Tom? And how lean are they? And let's just watch the video and see what happens, okay? Before we watch this video and see what happens, I just want to read this comment because I thought it was funny. Juji and Tom wrote, "Clickbait is old news, Greg bait is the new meta." I mean, literally, you can't make a video about a Dexa scan and a body fat percentage and does calories in and out work and not think that I'm going to watch it. So they know I'm going to watch the video. And of course I'm reviewing it. I had about 100 requests. Everyone's right, but Coach Greg, is Greg's going to... Let's just read what they freaking said. "Coach Greg, come hither. Coach Greg gonna love this. Somebody else hearing high-pitched yelling in the distance." What do you mean high-pitched yelling? I don't have a high pitch, do I? "I can already hear my doctor off in the distance. Dexa scans are not accurate. Should have just asked Coach Greg to use his laser eye vision. Would have been much more accurate than this. And yes, I in fact will be doing that as soon as I see him in the video." Let's now watch the start of this video.
You're officially the leanest guy we've ever measured. Beat him by 0.1. You guys are the two leanest guys.
Wait, I'm what?
So the video starts off by saying that Jujimufu is the leanest person that he'd ever measured, only to be outdone by Tom by 0.1% later in the video. What are the odds the two leanest people he's ever measured in 10 years or however long he's done it both show up on the same day at the same time? Is this a staged Dexa scan? Everybody knows Dexa scans aren't accurate. So is it so inaccurate that it's make believe, it's pretend? It's like, let's do a video and let's pretend we're this percent. I don't know, I'm gonna watch the video and we're gonna find out.
Time we went to a Dexa scan was in 2017.
I'm going to be referencing all kinds of stats from the original video, which was back in August 2017.
Body fat is 8.7%, which is under 10%, which is what I thought it would be. It's the lowest I've ever seen it on a professional test.
Look back at his photos and videos from August of 2017 when he came in at 8.7% on the Dexa scan, and it's a little low. It's a little lower than he actually is. He's closer to 10%, but it's not horrendously awful. It's just, it's not done by my laser eye vision. Everyone knows the Dexa scan, not as accurate as my laser eye vision. And he says it's the lowest he's ever seen it on a professional test. He probably had other tests done like skin fold caliper, maybe hydrostatic weighing. It's the lowest. So what I'm noticing a trend in quite often is the Dexa scan seems to be underreporting body fat percentages in very lean individuals, okay? Very lean individuals, you know, people at the single digit body fat, they're often coming out lower than they actually are. So we've seen this in the past. Wesley Vissers, Greg O'Gallagher, they come up with numbers that are lower than they actually are. It's because the Dexa scan, it tends to underestimate body fat percentage of people who are fairly lean, single digit body fat. This is another example of this.
Also a little dreadful to see if maybe certain parts, like muscle-wise, have reduced in size, because that's going to be a buzzkill for me.
I mean, really, why rely on a Dexa scan? You're already happy, you already look amazing. Clearly, Jujimufu and Tom both look amazing. So why let that decide their self-worth or self-esteem? It's like, imagine he goes to the Dexa scan, hey, you're 75% fat. So what? Oh, you lost 18 pounds of muscle. So what? You're stronger, you look better, you're competing. So what? So the point is, don't let some arbitrary number like the weight on a scale, the percent body fat that you are, don't let that affect if you're happy or not. He's literally saying, hey, I'm worried, you're losing sleep over this. Like, no, don't let these tests affect you. Do the test for fun. Just like Coach Greg can say what percent body fat is for fun. You're 12.1%, yeah, that's for fun. You're 6.1%, it's for fun. It doesn't friggin' matter.
It doesn't matter! Dude, what is it called? RMR, resting metabolic rate, which is a little, basal metabolic rate? I'm not sure.
The last time I did that was 2000, and it was like breathe into a tube.
Yeah.
It was like, it took like a minute, and it said I burned like 5,000 calories. I was like, that's not right. even as a kid, I was like, that's bullshit.
Even as a 16-year-old, he knew that you can't just breathe into a tube and have it spit out your BMR. Imagine if you could just breathe into a tube and you need 2,000 calories a day. It can't do that, people.
He can't talk. He's breathing for the next 15, 20 minutes. When you're laying in bed all day, how many calories are you going to be required to be alive, basically? Nod for how many thousands of calories you believe is your resting metabolic rate.
3,000 would be a shit ton. To burn 3,000 calories while laying in a bed all day, that would mean to survive without movement, he would need 3,000 calories a day. So clearly, he exercises a lot, he lifts weights, he does cardio, he does all these things. He would need like 4,000 calories a day just to exist as a shredded bodybuilder. Chances being 3,000, very rare. Some people can if you're huge, but even 3,000 would be a lot. Mine's way lower, much lower, probably closer to 2,000 to 2,500. So he's breathing into this device and it's determining how much oxygen is he using, because the more oxygen he uses, the more calories he's burning. The problem is, it's not accurate. 20 minutes sitting and breathing isn't the same as 24 hours laying in a bed. Could be up or down. If you just finished walking and you do the test, you're probably burning calories the afterburn from walking even. I mean, just the fact that they're discussing and shaking their heads and thinking actually burns calories. Shaking your head's burning calories, so it's measuring how much oxygen they're using, but they're not even laying down, they're sitting up. You burn more calories sitting than laying down. Imagine doing this test. Let's put this tube on me while I do a YouTube video. Oh, you burn 6,000 calories a day, Coach Greg. No, you don't. It's testing. It's not accurate.
Are his shoulders too wide for the box?
Front relax.
I'm just examining his physique. I'm checking out Jujimufu. I'm looking him up top to bottom. It's kind of like watching a Johnny Sins video. You're watching all the skin are half naked and, well, totally naked, and you're taking it all in. So I'm taking it all in. I'm checking him out. And I'm talking about other men, and I don't even care, Callie.
Large body, barely fit.
That's what she said. And he's officially the leanest guy he's ever measured. 5.1%. Only he's closer to 6.1 because I used my laser eyes and I could see he's not 5.1%. He's carrying a little bit too much fat in the lower area. He's quite shredded. Trust me, 5.1, 6.1, that is extremely shredded. 5.1% means he could walk on stage as a professional bodybuilder and be leaner than a lot of the competitors, okay? Trust me, still really lean at 6.1%, which is where my vision has him, but he can still lose 1%, maybe even 2% if he wanted to go ridiculous and be the leanest guy in the show.
What?
I mean,
Five?
Chance was our second one. He was like, you're like, what, 6.1?
Yeah. Damn, Chance.
The Chance guy in the background, 6.1%, and he's 5.1. Do you think that the Dexa scan is giving you an accurate assessment? Are you seeing these percents go around? They're throwing up single-digit body fats like it's candy.
How am I going to get more conditioned for this bodybuilding show if I don't have anything to lose?
Don't rely on a stupid Dexa scan to say if you're ready for the show or not. Rely on your own freaking mirror, your eyeballs. Say, am I as shredded as anyone in the world? And if the answer is no, diet for 2 more weeks. Rare that anyone's ever done a show and said, dang it, I got too lean. I never won the bodybuilding show. I got too shredded. Yep, deduct points, too much striations on that guy. Doesn't happen. What happens? 90% of the time people compete, and then this is my advice. If you got leaner, you did better. Oh, but I was shredded. Yep, you were shredded, and if you were shredded-er, you'd have won. That is the biggest difference. Anybody can get more shredded with work. Not everyone can get more muscles than last time. It's hard to get more muscle. That's genetics, PD use, the whole thing. But what you can do, what anyone can do to do a show, is come in leaner than last time. You can diet and lose the weight. So he says he gets in bodybuilders all the time. They're like, yeah, you know, I'm probably like 4%. And he's like, yeah, that's bullshit. And they end up around 10 to 12. What do I say? Whatever number someone says, they're probably 5% higher than that, unless they've watched my videos and then they know that. And so they adjust. And it's not a competition to see who's the leanest in the world, okay? It's not about who's the leanest. But if you're doing a bodybuilding competition, they are judging you on how shredded you are. But for general health and to be a normal, healthy human being, as a man, 15% is perfectly and extremely healthy. Don't need to keep starving yourself to be more shredded.
Like I said, we've only measured, in a decade, we've measured about 5 guys who are less than 7%.
Whoa.
Cool.
That just shows how rare it is to be shredded. And this Dexa scan is literally underreporting body fats, as you've seen witnessed in this friggin' example. So don't think you need single-digit body fat to be lean. In 10 years, only 5 people have been under 7. Oh, my goal is to have 6% year round. Unless your name's Jeff Cavalier and you're natural and have a freakishly good genetics to be shredded with age, probably not going to do it. And I'm watching Tom lay down, and it's absolutely, without question, very clear that he's not leaner than Jujimufu, yet he comes in at 5.0% body fat. As in 5.0. And there's no way he's 5% body fat. He's clearly closer to 8. Imagine he's 5. Coach Greg was 5% body fat in my last show. I'm 9% now. I would argue I almost look as lean as he does now. If he's 5, that would mean I need to lose 4% body fat to get to where he's at. That's like 7 pounds of fat I'd have to lose. That's 7 weeks of dieting for me to get to Tom's level. If he's 5% body fat, it literally means if he lost 2 more percent, about 3 pounds at his size, then he would be...
Cook it down!
You guys think if he lost 3 pounds of fat, he would no longer exist on this planet? And oh, careful, I said the word
cook it.
And YouTube might demonetize the video, as it's been doing lately, whenever I speak about possibility. So rather than that, let's edit that out and let's say he might not exist as much as now. He might exist less than last time if he in fact loses 3 pounds of fat. Because 3%, it's essential fat. You need it to live.
You're leaner than me!
It's just the hair.
And Juju's laughing his ass off because he's like, there's no way you're actually leaner than me, but the test came out that he's leaner than him. So what is he supposed to say? You win, you're more shredded. So that blow-in thing, that blowing device, it says Jujimufu needs 3,900 calories just as a BMR, just to survive if he's in a coma and doesn't move. Does anyone actually believe that? That would mean he can eat 3,900 calories a day plus the calories he does in moving, like walking to the bathroom. He could eat more. That would mean a starvation diet would be 4,000 calories. Do you actually think that Jujimufu is eating over 4,000 calories a day on his diet to get shredded and stay shredded? Because according to this, he would need upwards of 5,000 calories a day just for maintenance. So it says, based on their calculations, Jujimufu, to maintain his weight, needs 5,100 to 5,200. Telling you it's not the case. Telling you don't believe it. Telling you the doctor doesn't know what he's talking about. There's no way that that is true.
Metabolism expectedly is quite fast.
Yeah, metabolism is quite fast. Expectedly, yes, he did expect it. And they asked Jujimufu, how many calories do you think your BMR is? He said 3,000. He probably knows himself pretty good. Jujimufu is clearly knowledgeable on nutrition, calories burned, calories in and out, and he knows all this stuff. He said, yep, my BMR is about 3,000. I believe him. I believe Jujimufu. I believe that way more than what the stupid machine says. So when it comes out as 3,900, it's almost 4,000. That's an extra 1,000. It's off by 1,000. That's a lot to be off of.
He's 79% higher than we would expect for a normal guy his size.
So they're probably going to say calories in, calories out. It doesn't work because, well, the science just showed he's 3,900 BMR, and with the calories, he probably eats 5,100, yet he's dieting on 3,000, so it can't be right. It's probably not calories in and out. The laws of thermodynamics clearly don't apply to Jujimufu. Does that make sense? Or does it make more sense the machine is wrong? I'm right 99.6% of the time it's gone up again. Yep, it's gone up. So Juju's 243 pounds at 5% body fat. According to Dexa, he's put on 18 pounds of muscle in the last 3 years. So he's wondering what weight class should he compete in. He has to make 197 pounds and his fat-free mass is 234. Yeah, he can't make classic physique. That's a little bit of a stretch considering if he got down to 0% body fat, he would still be well over 20 pounds over the weight limit. He is too big for classic physique. Classic physique is for smaller guys, okay? It's not for Jujimufu. He's too big.
But unfortunately, he's morbidly obese.
The guy's full of muscle. It's not fat. He works out. Even myself, I am obese according to BMI.
This is awesome. I'm just trying to figure out what that means in terms of dieting down for my bodybuilding competition.
It tells you absolutely nothing. Enter the category you know you can. You can't make 197 pounds if you're 240 and you're already shredded. You can lose a couple more pounds of fat for sure, and some water, but you're not gonna lose all that and make 197.
I don't think you're going to drop your body. There's no physical way.
So he's saying he doesn't think he can physically get much leaner than that. I'm saying absolutely he can. I know he can get at least 1% leaner within a couple weeks, in fact. But what will make the biggest difference at the end is, in fact, hydration levels. When you get dehydrated, you can see more of the visible striations underneath the water, okay? Get rid of the water, the muscle's gonna show.
But you also stated, Jeff, that the calories aren't necessarily the total
it's
truth.
not something we really look at, because calories in and calories out. We've always said, eat less and exercise more.
Yeah, eat less and exercise more. No, that doesn't really work. No, it's probably the opposite. Probably if you eat more and exercise less, then you get shredded. That's gotta be the secret. I don't know where they come up with these people, but why they keep spreading misinformation. More spews for more views. I don't know. It's not even the guy's video, so it's not more views for more views. He actually thinks this. Why is it that he actually thinks this? Where are they learning their information?
It turns out that does not really work very well for weight loss.
What? What do you mean it doesn't work well for weight loss? Increased calorie expenditure, burning more calories, and eating less calories doesn't help with weight loss, doesn't work for it. It doesn't work. So whatever you're doing right now, you add an hour of cardio a day, it's not gonna help lose weight. No, it doesn't work. Whatever you're eating right now, eat 500 calories less a day, and nope, it doesn't help you lose weight. It doesn't work. No, it's broken. It doesn't work. It needs to be fixed. Because the laws of thermodynamics, they don't apply. Apparently, we're not on Earth anymore. We're on Krypton, which exploded years ago.
He has been on a deficit, so he's hungry all the time because he's eating less. Does that mean that his metabolic rate would be lower when he tested?
Yes, your BMR is going to go down when you've been dieting for a long time. You've been losing weight. Your body's conserving energy. Your heart rate slows. Your blood pressure goes down. You become more efficient. You don't burn as many calories.
Like, you guys are fit enough that you're not going to take the big metabolic hit that somebody else who just is like restrictive dieting is doing. And that's why restrictive diets don't work for the majority of people, is because your body compensates by lowering your metabolism.
It compensates by lowering its metabolism, but not by as much as the calories as you're burning, so that is not an answer. If you lower your calorie intake by 500 and your body's metabolism goes down by 100, you're still in a 400 calorie deficit. It doesn't go down by 500, it compensates by 500. If that was actually true, Jujimufu and Tom would not lose weight in a diet because their bodies would just compensate. They would burn no calories. If you stop eating, your body just stops burning calories. According to that, if he was actually right, you would burn no calories if you didn't eat, and you would survive. It doesn't work like that. If you lower your calories dramatically, your metabolism will go down, but not by as much as the calories you've dropped to. You still would lose weight until there's a point that you're not in a deficit anymore. It will never be wrong. Calories in, calories out will always work. How many freaking videos do I need to prove this?
For you, you beat John by 0.1%.
I don't. That's crazy.
Notice the terminology. You beat John by 0.1%. It's not actually a competition. The lower is not the better, okay? Tom is not healthier than Juju by having a lower body fat percentage. It is not a competition. 15% is perfectly healthy. If one person comes in at 10% and the other one comes in at 3.6%, the 3.6% is not healthier than the 10%, okay? So let me make it clear. This should not be a competition to see who's leaner. It's not a, I beat you, I have a lower percent body fat. It's, I have a lower percent body fat. Being 5% body fat or lower than that doesn't give you a better chance of survival. It's not healthier or better. It's actually healthier to be higher. So if they went from 5% to 7, I would argue they are healthier at 7 than at 5. It's just cosmetically, and for a bodybuilding competition on stage, leaner gives you points in terms of the competition to win the competition.
Two of the leanest measurements we've ever had.
Luckily, we made a bet on this. I gotta shave my body in the next video.
All right.
Ask Holly Muscle, he'll shave your back after he puts sunscreen on mine. And that's a wrap. Wrap it up, especially if you're Johnny Sims. And Coach Greg, GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette, IB Pro. Bloop it up 2 videos, and until next time, I'm out.
Yeah.
Hey.
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 Have they been watching Anthony Mantello lately? Did you see that? Hey, 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 hey!